Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our Football Manager 2018 playthrough with me, your host Luckymarine, and it's a Champions League game against Zenit St. Petersburg. However, let me just regale you with stories of days past. Our game against Zulte Waregem ended in a 2-2 draw. This time, we were the ones to spoil the party. However, if this name looks familiar, then you'd be correct, because he's on loan from us. Yeah, that nearly happened. We nearly lost a game with a loanee player grabbing the win. I mean, he took it well. I do have a vested interest in his development, and so when this goal went in, I was like, yeah, fair one. It's kind of bittersweet. More bitter than sweet, but I mean, at that point, 86th minute, I thought we've lost this game. From being a goal to the good to 2 goals down, I was like a little bit mad. But no, sets it up all right. There's suspicions of offside, but I suppose I can let him get away with it. No, I took it all right with the wiggly arm. Celebration. Can't be mad at that, can you? Anyway, Drozic popped up right at the death. I managed to pluck a draw from the jaws of defeat. Don't quite know how we managed to get around the keeper there, but beat him at his near post. Picked up man of the match for that, and so yeah, I was like, oh, okay, all right, fine. I mean, we salvaged a point from having none, even though at 60 minutes, up until 68th minute, we were going home with all 3. But that's football for you. What can you do? So, onwards to Zenit. So what we're playing, I put all the our youngsters are back into their respective squads, either the under-19s or the under-21s, and we're going to play with full strength squad. Shoes, Panna and Patrick are starting this really rather cute love triangle. I'd like one tapping with Gustavo and Mavidi, and Mavidi with Galan, if we can. Who do we have on the bench? We have Valkyrie, who is I changed his name because I couldn't say it all those times. The Luton, I think, out of the 2 of them, I think we'll go with trying to develop this guy, Valkyrie. Even though Luton is about the same stats, but a year younger, this guy just has, like, extra height. I don't know how many centimetres. I know something like 8 centimetres extra height on Luton's. And no matter what stats you have, you can't change somebody's height, unfortunately. Although I suppose at 16 years old, which Luton's is, let's have a little look at that. Because when I was 16, I was still growing a little bit, and I did get a little bit taller. I'm fairly certain of that. So that'd be interesting to see, because I have seen 14-year-olds in football management games, and so it'd be interesting to see if their height goes up a little bit year by year until they get to, say, 17, 18, when your height is meant to be fixed, sort of. But yeah, keep an eye on this. If he does suddenly have a little bit of a growth spurt and gets into the mid 80s, then we'll probably try developing him. But 177 centimeters, not quite sure what that is in feet, but I know I'm 185, which is pretty much bang on 6 foot. He even looked small in the net when we played him, which is a far cry from Zwolfs, who is a fucking giant, and he just stuck out an arm and would stop things, which is good. I mean, his aerial threat is good. He's got good aerial. So he's already tall, but he's got good aerial reach, good jumping reach. 20 years old. Potential ability is, you know, I could do with probably loaning him out, putting him in the team, or getting him loaned out to a team that are going to play him all the time. Get some development going. He's got good determination. Yeah, his work rate's a little low. Concentration's a little low as well. But well. So yeah, instead of Jawsa, we've got Valkyrie that we're going to put on the bench. He's currently learning from the Gooseman himself. If I look at the attribute changes, his determination, he's gone from a determination of 8 up to a determination of 16. And I believe Gooseman is something like 18. 18? So yeah, so he can pick up another 2. And he can go from fairly determined to determined, because Gooseman is properly determined instead of the fairiness in front of it. So yeah, hoping for good things there. We can put whoever we want on the bench, as long as they are registered for this competition. They can play. There's no, you need to have 8 Belgians, a cat and a horseshoe in your team, and 5 of them need to be blood group B, and there's no restrictions like that. I might have added the horseshoe thing for dramatic and comical effect. Some of these guys I made available for the friendly. There was a day before this, which was an oversight. I would have liked Soto to come on for a few minutes. But apart from that, everyone else is rip-raring and ready to go, it would appear. Mavidi and Galan, 2 strikers that are working really well together. I would like to evolve Mavidi into, use his speed, because he certainly has a decent amount of it, into more of an advanced forward. Individual training is not beneficial. Was not. I think I've just altered his individual training. I did have him on passing, because a 9 in passing is ridiculous, but he was down here. We're saying that it wasn't doing much, so I'll go on finishing. We can get another couple of ticks out of finishing. Actually, should put him on quickness whilst he's young. Shall we bump up his physical stats? Yeah, I think we'll do that. If we can get Mavidi. You've been tutored. I believe you are. You're being tutored by Rossi, who has a determination of 16. So if we can grab his determination and chuck it up another couple of levels, even just to 14, I'll be. That will help a lot. A good amount of work rate. He's still only 20 years old. There's a lot we could do with Mavidi. He's still not quite set in his ways. Doesn't quite have the vision to be false 9 or a poacher, actually. But yeah, if we can bump his stats for advanced forward on attack, so he does need a decent amount of acceleration. His decisions. Needs anticipation. Decisions anticipation will come in time. I don't know what it is that you have to train to get those up. Passing, yeah, this low passing is always going to hinder him. Although you don't need passing to be a poacher. You are essentially you grab the ball and you try and score. Might still be a decent route for him to go. Anyway, we'll see. And Galan, the older statesman of the team, 29 years old, but I've said it time and time again, if you spot this kind of polygon shape, especially in a youngster, if you spot this, you want to be snapping them up. If I've got, I say, if you see him in a youngster with decent determination and a good personality, it was just, I spotted this and it was for free. So £4,400 per week, and a return of 6 goals and a decent average rating. That's good. So we'll submit this team. Less of the waffling, more of the kiki ball. And who is Cochran? Here's alright. Who do we have to get past? I don't like the colour. If it's a light colour, I think they need to go with a darker colour to try to stand out. So we have to get past Belanov. I've not heard of you. Spent all of your career in Russia, that's why. I'm not up on my Russian football. Let's go for... just enjoy yourselves. Essentially, that's all that... oh, wow. Is this a game behind closed doors or something? Is it? Oh, I get it. In the Champions League, you're not allowed to use terraces. That's part of the rules of the game. And these are all terraces. And so they're not being used. I like that. I do like that. Anyway, first threat. It goes out for a throw. But yeah, the whole Champions League thing, we're just here to have fun, to be honest. Essentially just making up the numbers. And I'm fine with that. For our first season, kind of at the top. For our first season in Champions League, being in the financial poop that we were in, having spent combined in the last 2 transfer windows about 100,000. I'm alright with just making the numbers up here. Gives our people a little bit of experience at a high level. And yeah, the monetary rewards for getting the Champions League were quite nice. They have sorted us out nicely. Nice pass by Nvidia there. Unfortunately, Gallant was just offside. Just 8 minutes gone. Already 63% possession. Yeah, once you get to... would you have better skilled players? More all-round, better skilled players that are better with the technique and the passing and the composure and the vision. Then you can get away with playing possession-based possession-based football. Emmanuel Mamana, where do I remember you from? You started your career at River Plate, I believe, an Argentinian. Used to used to pick him up for quite cheap. I think in this rendition he's already made his move to a French league, so I cannot imagine that Zenit have gone and poached him from there. Quite a good solid centre back. Very much a centre back goal. Bit of a mess, just has to poke it in. What are you trying to tell me? Struggle will keep possession, retain possession. No. If we're retaining possession, it's at the cost of something else. It's at the cost of attacking play, that attacking pass. And I'd rather have that danger. Yeah. Ravidi down the line for an overlap. Oh, come on. Overlapping Angelino. It was a poor crossing. Thankfully, Football Manager 2018's match engine makes keepers do stupid things. And we grabbed the corner. And that could have been, if there was a little bit more force on that, that might have crept in. We'll come to Shoot, who is onside. Again, I don't know what happened there, but that could have gone in. Easily could have gone in. I need to swap out our corner takers as well, don't we? Out swinging corners are needed, and we don't have them. I have set this up a few times now. Corners, attacking from the right. You're already there. So why? No, the other side. You. I need you to be a left footer. Angelino, there we go. And on the left, I want you to be a right footer. Maybe not Guzman. Tom check. Why not you? You've got to feel a little bit silly, haven't you? If you go in for a sliding tackle and the guy just stops the ball and you slide past him and he carries on with his run, you've got to. It'll probably make you feel a little bit silly. Anyway, Shatov passes out wide, goes back to Cochran, to Rigoni, Angelino tackles well, up to Mavidi. I think he was offside, but yeah, first one that Galan was offside. Moved a little too soon. There's Panna with his blue boots. Still not seen anyone else with blue boots. Oh yeah, I have. This person that's on the ball right now. I wonder if we can make a team purely out of people with blue boots. That'd be cool. Should be able to scout that. What boots does he play in? It's just going to have to be trial and error. I'll have to note down his name. Rigoni. Where are you? Where do you play? Where's... Have I just made up his name? Oh, there you go. Who are you? Argentinian. 20 million. Yeah, if we get 20 million, we'll inquire about Rigoni. Get some more blue boots on the team. Although we should go, to match our kit, we should probably go yellow. Or maybe red. I don't know. We've got a few people that play in the yellow boots. Well done, Galan. And has the speed to get down, closes his man down, and we're on from there. Having to wait for people to get back onside. Having to wait, I don't like it. Vitas picks up the ball in front of the empty terraces. Luis Eduardo with a really good ball to Angelino, actually. First time in, and Galan, I have seen better from you. That was unfortunate, but we, again, didn't need to touch that. I know it works in our favour, but it breaks the immersion for me. Not that you can get too immersed in Football Manager, but you know what I mean. If it's not needed, then just don't have it. I don't know what the programming is for what the goalkeeper goes for, but there should be. I don't know. Once you get beyond the post, there should be like a diminishing thing. So, X amount of millimeters beyond the post, he's got a 90% chance that he goes for it, and then a few more millimeters more, it drops down to 80%, and so the further and further away from his post that he gets, the less inclined he's going to be to go and flap at it. I don't know, something like that needs to happen, because at the moment, if we went to just shoot on sight, even the shots that weren't anywhere near the goal, even if they were like out here somewhere, I know that the goalkeeper would go and try and get his hands on it and probably concede a corner. However, yeah, 4 shots, none on target. Should we do that? Should we try and game the system? Try and game the engine a little bit, because it'll give us a set piece, and anything can happen from set pieces. Oh my word. Did you just fall over your own feet whilst you were trying to get to that ball? It's a good job those terraces are empty, otherwise they would have berated you and throw pennies at you. A little bit of pinball there. Comes out to Mavidi, picks it up and passes it to Pana. And that's the end of that. Surprised Mavidi can pass it to anyone with his crap passing. Gustavo to Patrick, Patrick to Schoofs, Schoofs back to Patrick, to Pana, to Schoofs. Mavidi to Galan, who takes a shot. I'm going to swap Schoofs and Pana around. He's got 10 minutes to impress me. Angelino will get on the end of his own pass to Mavidi. Mavidi through the... No, you waited too long. You waited far, far too long. Oh, Mavidi. Let's have you in a more attacking role, I think. Alright, so cleared away as far as Mavidi. Mavidi, first time pass to Galan. What? It's as if they're blind sometimes. So, Mavidi. Galan. Out wide to Tomkak, who's making a bit of an overlapping run, and it goes out for a corner. We're now sorted out our corner takers, so these should be a little bit better. A little bit of pinball. Gustavo across the box. Pana heads it down, and Mavidi is oblivious to anything that's happening around him. That was dangerous, and it went in. Okay, I don't think we're going to dig our way out of this. We'll give our young keeper a bit of a run out. Lucas, we'll give you a bit of a go as well, and Busquets in for Shoots, I think. I'm bringing up Patrick a little bit further up the pitch. There we go. Again, Champions League for us right now is just experience, and what is it? It's extra games at a good level, and it's experience. Yeah, it's experience at a higher level, which our players will be thankful of, and it's just money. We are the whipping boys of the group, so let's turn that back off. I've not seen any decent chances since I turned it on, so turn it off, see what happens. So Lucas on at left back, our young American, well, trying to train him up as complete wing back. We have Valkyrie on. Oh wow, nearly. Just scooped that out of the net with his hand there, just his right hand. That was nearly in. Yeah, our young goalkeeper, who is trained at the club, so if we can get him to a decent level and start to rely on him a little bit more, I'll be happy with that. And Busquets, who's our Spanish defensive mid, who got let to go from Barcelona, I believe. We managed to pick him up on a free, and there's quite a bit more development to get out of him, I think. I've got about 10% more possession than we have. But it's to be expected. Well done, Valkyrie. Well done. Uh-oh. Did you just fall over and then get up and fall over again? I think you did. I will play with that one. At 2-0 down, we weren't coming back from that, so made all the substitutions. We might as well give our young players a good chunk of game time. Means that we now play with less men, but you take the chances, don't you? So Patrick, a long ball forward to Mavidi, who will take control of it, run past his man into a little bit of space, pulls back from Patrick to Galan, who passes it just straight to the opposition. There was no two ways about that. To have two poachers up front. Patrick, you can be one of these. No, box midfielder on support. Busquets, you can play in your best role, and we'll go with that. Tomcat, down line for Galan, across. Ooh. We know Mavid is good with his head. He just needed a little more luck on that. Again, it's a shot on target. I mean, we haven't been terrible against multi-million pound players. We've not been terrible. There was an element of luck and fuck-upness about their first goal. And then the second one was a decent goal. But if we were just 1-0 down now, with all our men on the pitch, I'd be hopeful of a draw. But no, at 2-0, I don't think we were going to get much from the game. Tomczak with a little bit of space to run into. If he can beat his man, he cannot, but he does go out for a corner. Let's see if one of our corner taking routines can pay off for us. We've had 8 of them. No. And Shatov brings it out. Can we close this guy down? We can. Well done, Lucas. American youngster out there working well for us. I wonder how long it's going to take for Lucas to be counted as trained in the nation or trained in the club. I know when you're going for, you might have just slipped the silly bonds of the offside rule there. Nope. Only just. It must have been very, very close. Still, it didn't get a shot on target, so it doesn't really count, doesn't it? Doesn't matter. Yeah, I know that when you're a British club, an English club even, and you're looking for somebody, you're looking for a work permit, then sending somebody out to the Belgian league, it takes a lot less. I think it takes a year less for them to pick up Belgian nationality and therefore can get a work permit. So it might not take too long for our young Americans to pick up Belgian nationality, and therefore we won't have to use an international very American term, but not have to use an international slot for them in our team. Well, we've done alright there. Another 5 minutes to go. Uh-oh. Well done, Valkyrie. He's done well. The little guy's done well. I say little guy, but I think between him and the Gooseman, there's not much of a difference in height. It's just that Dwarfs is a freaking giant. 3-0 down. Let's see. Could Valkyrie have done a little bit better there? Well, the guy who was on the post could have done his job, i.e. stick out a foot. So was it 4-0 against Olympic Lyonnais, 3-0 against Zenit St. Petersburg. What's the next guy in our group? I've totally forgotten. I'll have to go have a look. Hopefully it'll only be 2-0 against them. And then 1-0. And then it'll be a draw. And then we'll start winning. Hopefully. It's all about patterns in gameplay, isn't it? Now, if we can score a goal against any of these teams, I'll be delighted. Gone to Mavidi, just no. That's why I wanted Mavidi to be trained up a little bit more in passing, just because if he's a target man, then the ball's going to be coming, it's going to get lumped along, like into his general direction. I want his passing to be just a little bit better, just so that he can play a few more better balls, more intelligent balls. Just, I don't know, something to do with his balls, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Not that I'd want to put my finger on it, but anyway, goes out for a throw-in. Last 5 seconds. And that's pretty much the game done. Come on, referee. Put us out of our misery. Referee, what are you doing? Is that it? That should be it. That should be it. We're 30 seconds beyond now. Well done, Busquets. Don't know why he had to fall over there, but oh, there we go. 45 seconds beyond. Yeah, predicts a win for Zenit, and you weren't expecting them to win by 3 goals. Well, we did have a man not sent off, but we were playing without a man from the 68th minute onwards, and we only conceded 1 goal in that time. I'm kind of happy with that, to be honest. Unlucky. Wasn't to be. Yeah, I don't think any of these Champions League games are going to be. Oh, Sevilla. Yeah, just to add insult to injury. I mean, I suppose it's not Barcelona and it's not Real Madrid, but still, Sevilla with your. Let's have a look. £48 million. Oh dear, that's going to be scary. And Zonzi, fuck, 40 odd million pounds worth. 30-year-old that's still worth £33 million. Guido Pizarro, thankfully he's out. It's just, oh well, we'll do our best. We'll do our best. Who's your hot prospect? Yeah, we've got better hot prospects than that. So I need to eat these to victory, and you're going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. That's not the end of the world. It allows us wait, what? New contract. Yes. I handle the contract negotiation personally. What? Managing director. I don't remember giving Leal a new contract. Why would I? If he had time on his current contract and he was out on loan, why would we need to give him a new contract? What is going on here? Transferring contract renewals. Us. Youth team. Oh no. Me. I know what's happened here. Because when I set someone out on loan, I squirreled them away into either the under-19s or the under-21s, just so that they're out of the way, just so that the squad roster looks a little bit better. I've also added a few more headings in, which shows us a little bit more information. Yeah, and so I've put Leal in my under-21s, and yeah, under staff responsibilities, it's the managing director who can offer the under-21s a new contract. Bollocks. I mean, it's not so bad. I mean, he hasn't given him a stupid contract. What clauses have we got? Optional contract extension by our club, by the club, of 1 year. That's alright, actually. That's not too bad. Still, 3,700 a week. I don't know what his last contract was. I suppose we are better off now. We're 11 million in the bank, so we can stretch to 3,700 per week. Unused substitute, that's alright. Goal bonus is alright. Appearance free is alright. Loyalty bonus. I'd rather have sorted this out myself. I'd have given him team of the year, top goal scorer of the year, just because those kind of things, if they activate them, then obviously they deserve the money. If they don't, then it's just a way of dragging down their contract per week. Also, relegation release clause I like to chuck in there, just because again it allows you to drag down the amount that you have to pay them or their agent. This optional contract extension by the club is nice. It can be difficult to get this into contract negotiations. Yearly wage rise isn't stupid. I've seen managing directors put like 25% on this, and I've had to sell them fairly rapidly. Anyway, keeps Leal around for a little longer. Who's on loan at Cambio, who he's made 4 appearances, no goals so far, bit of a crap rating, but he's still getting I suppose he's getting used to that league, getting used to his new teammate. He is developing a little bit. And Angelino apparently made the most mistakes just down here. Well, he was up against a £20 million winger, so we'll let him off there. Emmanuel Mamana, let's have a little look at your history. Yes, that's his career at River Plate. I used to pick him up from River Plate for relatively cheap. Transfers to Olympique Lyonnais in 2016-2017, so he must have started there in this game. 6.25 million, yep, and then Zenit came in straight away, double the money. So this is how you make your money, really. We need it to develop our club just a little bit better, get a little bit of an income stream rolling in, and then this is what I want to be doing. I want to be the Olympique Lyonnais of this whole setup. Bring players in from South America, get a good season out of them, and then sell them on for double within the season. Yeah, decent all-round centre-back, a solid centre-back. Would like a little bit more speed. I'd have been training him up in quickness, but still, 22 years old, lot of development to come. Good player. Good player. But I've been Luckymarine. As always, you lot have been amazing. Join me next time for Luckymarine versus Mechelen, even. 3 players called up. Glenn Luton has been called up to the under-19s, the midget himself. Well, he'll get a little bit of development there. Belgium under-21s is Ilias, who we use sparingly, and Jules, who was injured. I might have to loan this guy out. I can't see him No, he's covered for Tomchuk, I suppose. We'll try to give him some games. If not, he's going to be. I think I made him available for the under-21s, and he's getting games with the Belgium under-21s as well. So, schedule. Yeah, we'll play the game against Luckymarine, and the Champions Cup Group B game against Sevilla in the next one. So it might be a little bit of a longer game, a little bit of a longer episode, a next episode. But we're playing somebody who is 3rd in league, we're 4th in league. We'll see if we can jump Luckymarine. So I've been Luckymarine. As always, you lot have been amazing. Maybe I could do with you being able to pass, but at least you're able to score goals. Until next time, do take care.